Okay, good morning, everyone. This is Michael Venezia, head trader and one of the coaches at TradeGATEHub, sponsored, as you can see by the screen, by TradeView Markets. Great site. Once again, it's the start of the trading week. A lot is going on. As muted as it may seem, it's up to stock picking. What's going on right here? As my stocks are picking up. Okay. One thing I want to do is, before I get into it, is obviously we sign in the TradeGATEHub tab. Just think about when we do sign in TradeGATEHub and we open up the portal and see all the ancillary sites, news we have stocks movers, but poke around or definitely that's just one tab of our site. So please, I'm proud of what the TradeGATEHub is. I helped curate it. I put my name on it. Tim in management knows where I'm coming from and knows how to do it properly. It is evidenced by our numbers across the board. So look around the site. Not only do we have the best spreads, if sometimes I get too fast and furious, the least you could do, or what you should do to have an edge, is have a TradeView demo, at least to follow or get your your own style to curate. Okay, so here it is. Let me sign to TradeGATEHub. Like I said, I sign in the same as everybody else. Okay, what's moving today? It was a 3-day weekend. Helene was off on Friday. So as usual on a Monday TGH tradition, or beginning of week tradition, we start with Helene stocks, but she didn't post. So we picked up the slack, no problem. As per routine. Okay, good morning, everyone. This is the macro market outlook. Okay, the cup and handles still looks evident right there. It's maybe going to have some time to be in that range. Time will tell, but certainly as mega caps take a little bit of rest, and that's healthy, believe me. And no other banks went under. You see Schwab up nicely, FRC's lagging a little bit, Bitcoin continuing to go. Is it okay that I think it's healthy that mega caps are pulling back, but yet again, in everybody's in the front of back of everybody's mind is the fact are the mega caps the first to pull back and give a sign that the market is actually weak under the hood? Or does it just profit taking go into other sectors? Some sectors are acting well, but majority of them, they're acting well, are dead cat bounces. I would really would like to see where the oil sector would be when there wasn't a position or this rumor of Exxon and taking over PXD, Pioneer, which by the way would be a behemoth. And that should have been in your notes, no matter what. That would have been in the front page of the Business News. I don't care if you read the Post or whatever paper you read. Okay. Let me get back into this. All right, what is this? All right, I would agree. Scroll up, please. Okay, so not only are our more active members getting to the point where the most important thing is, because the last thing you have to worry about is any financial instrument ideas or anything to do across the board. That's our job. It's your job, or actually with KAL, is to build your own style and know what's best for you. So that's why there are center forwards in soccer and defensemen and goalies. You know what I mean? They're all superior athletes at their respective sport, soccer, but they all have maybe trade forex. Could you listen to Coach? Certainly, you're getting better at that. AMD and NVIDIA go positive. Look at all these semis. MU is up. They gave it to you. Next, I digress. Okay, so let's continue with what's going on today, and then you'll actually know what I'm talking about. Okay, you're not an idiot, G. If it was that easy, Western Dig would have opened up to. If it was that easy, you know what I mean? The reason why it didn't open up to is because nobody knew. And then people probably caught on. Don't beat yourself up like that. But I understand. I'm glad you're mad at missing Western Dig in that way. But there's always another trade, and you know what? Eventually, you get down to it. It's gonna happen. Like today's trade. It's not like it wasn't an "I told you so" situation. It's just me trying to project people trying to take some money off the table early in the morning, so you can let maybe some AEHR ripping, so you can take some more money off the table, and then maybe get a little cavalier with your trades, or let some winners go longer than they should or could. Is because lately it's a game of hopscotch. And if anybody doesn't know what hopscotch is, Lewis is probably out playing it now, but I'll give you an example of what hopscotch is. Where's the image? This is hopscotch. All right. This is a Monday morning open. Okay, so you get a nice Monday morning open already, or it's active, if you will. Then you have CPI on Wednesday. which could knock you down a couple of levels. God forbid that you stand on one leg, you get through CPI, then you make another plan. Then you could get a double binary situation coming up with the Fed speak this week. So this is hopscotch. What used to be, and that's fine. It is what it is. I'm here. I'm actually glad, if you know me, that it's being more active or volatile. I'm okay with that. Matter of fact, I wish the VIX was freaking 50. But hopscotch is you can't really rest. You know what I mean? It's always, it's not, some of these stocks, Apple, what does this Apple make? What, 4 or 5% move in 2 days? It's a big move. What is it? 166, 10 points, 816. Apple's made a 4%, 4.5% move in 3 days. I mean, normally people would be calling up the phone, if that happened within a month, back in the old days, even a year ago. But now it has, this is what happened in 3 days. That's where, the managed money is getting more difficult because it's, it's one day, it's one or the other. I mean, look at the chart on General Motors. Am I on the charts here? Even a chart like GM. No, I'm not on my chart. I'm on my trades. Here are my trades. I gave them to you. Twilight took a little money off. What am I in? AUPH. As long as they're on my trade, what am I doing in AUPH? Now, no problem in AUPH. Okay, AUPH was a takeover rumor, went back down to the 50-day on little volume. It's an entry point to me, for me right here, as I'm pointing out my positions up there. That's fine. It's all good. Fast. Schnitzel did, big deal. Me back to the routine. Okay, Bank of America indicator. Listen, the majority of things are neutral. That's what it is. A lot of things are neutral. And it doesn't, I'm glad that it's become stock picking again, because it just will frustrate people on trying to pick a direction out of the market and getting that opinion out of there. You know what I mean? Just it's price action over sentiment more than ever. All right, sector sentiment, we trade on it. Okay. Riffraff will have aggressively covered their short positions. What a riffraff for retail traders. Thoughts from the TradeGATEHub. This is an easy read, but read it. Usually Goldman takes, what is this, make room faster? The hell out of here. Unless you're a member of TGH, I don't want to be dealing with you right now. Read it. It's not that, sometimes I say it's difficult reading, and I shouldn't really say that because maybe it puts people on the defensive, but listen, good reading out of the Goldman Sachs trade. All right, economic calendar. This is the hopscotch for today. What's this? 12:30, 11:15, something. We got a 6-month bill auction at 10:30 in about 15 minutes. Will surely move something. What else happened? TTDA came in shorted. Schwab acting nice. GFA, Mobility, Uber, VFC, EWV, SIG, TV. Okay. All right. So cocktail conversation going into a Monday morning is what? 20% of the stocks account for the 90% of the S&P gains. And that's very over, that's one-sided. God forbid one of those 20 would have maybe a 10% down date. Is it more pin action? No, it's just telling you that. Another extremely rare. I want to know what coaches take on this. Have you ever heard of this wide bearish thrust? I totally happy. By the way, Ryan Dietrich, a very good follow. It's not like that I'm looking for something to believe in on a bullish stance. Man's a player. Has 123,000 followers. He's on CNBC all the time. Guy's good. Very good, as a matter of fact. All right. So he posted something about that. HedgeMind, bullish healthcare stocks that funds bought in a horrible biotech tape. All right. Listen, after I say this, I'm going to get specific trades, but Chevron breaks low. Oils, by the way, Exxon negative, Chevron negative. Anyone with a few years of market experience can find setup with so many tools, right? I have my own queries. It took me, the reason why I made money early on in my career was passion, hard work, but I also had tools that a lot of people didn't have. Now, a lot of people, everybody's privy to a lot more tools, which maybe, I don't know how that is, how that fares, but it's my job to give you the tools that in a quality, not quantity measure of how to take money out of the market, whether it be a short-term swing trading or long-term. And that's what, Coach and I are here to deliver, as well as the other guests who are getting very, they're making my job easier. Not that I want my job to be easier. Thank you. But they're posting relevant information that everyone's building their style upon. And I'm proud of them. So it's about, anyone with a few knows that it's about your timing, your position, and more importantly, your emotional intelligence. That's what it is at this point. At this level of my career, coach's level of my career, hopefully a lot of you, it will get to this point or even there that it's only you against yourself at this point. You know what to do. You know what I mean? You look at your competition around, you've been there, you know how stocks act to a degree, you know the pin action, and you know, that's part of the job of being here for a quarter century. So that's really what you want to get to, is where you're at the market where it's you against yourself, not against bad calls, a downgrade, something that gets downgraded, or you know, a biotech failure. It's going to happen. It's how you handle it. All right. Most of the position, I believe that the market will break to the downside, yet it doesn't. That's true. And look at Larry's, TLT is actually, that's going anti-market, but there's Larry's position on the TLT. And I posted that right after Coach said that. The Coach posted this over the weekend after he didn't get a poor call on Good Friday, thank God. And he was thinking everything is possible. He might be misleading people by not accepting the market reality. You know what that means? Price action. Okay, Coach, thank you. Earning calendar, movers, riffraff. I posted trades. Okay, J-Bill following's a notable leader. What did J-Bill do, by the way? Shrugged it off like a hero, J-Bill. Although it is going to a bearish flag. Stocks in play, buckle up, questions, comments encouraged. JK, an executive joining the team today. Thank you, JK. Airlines did have Bill flow. I sometimes, listen, these are things right on the open. I'm talking like 9:34 Eastern, you know, right when the market opens. So I apologize about my typing. I will get better. Schwab, I noted that it doesn't mean buy Schwab. It just means we'll take an eye on Schwab. I nibbled on some fast. SCLX was hot. It's still hot. What did I post? Okay, so MU. Let's go to the screen. Actually, hold on. Sharing screen. Let's go to screen. Let's take up the daily P&L. I'll show you daily P&L. Obnoxious. All right, here's the freaking screen. All right. MU got the upgrade from gold. Was it a chance to get out? Who knows? There's the upgrade on gold. Okay. So what happens? We're going to a one golden go with MU basically. AEHR opened it on. ON opened the hole. AMAT was negative. Marvell was taking calls. AMD Nevada. Nevada was a chance to maybe buy an AMD because Bitcoin wasn't giving it up this morning. Okay. Here were the things. So first thing I posted, and I should. This is my group. This is my grouping. I post it all the time. AEHR, will it bounce with MU? That was hours ago. It was MU. AEHR, the low of the day was negative. MU opens up 4. The low of the stock of the day opens up $2 in the hole. So I'm not saying it was a buy of 4,000 or, you know, walk across the board by 4,000, 6,000 each and walk away, walk Tony P and said, I knew it, MU was positive and everything was up. It wasn't like that. It was today. Let's go to the chart. MU opening up nicely. Still didn't get, usually MU, this is the thing. MU didn't even do the rip and the dip to get people out. It just ripped. So MU opened up and kept going. AEHR closed at 27.50. They did the shakeout 26.50. Right now it's 29. Same with ON Semiconductor. They all went together. AMAT was the last to go. They actually held on. Well, that held on well. So the semis went with Nevada. AMD took a little bit longer because it was a little bit leveraged to Bitcoin. Tesla was weak, now going to the unchanged area, down 4. Do you want to short it here? I would not. Retails early on. Stocks like D-Dog going back up. First day up, big deal, not interested. Twilo, we had a nice trade in. Where to cover the Twilo? It tried to get us out on where the hell is Twilo? I shouldn't take that off though. Twilo. They tried to get us out on Friday, but we didn't. So Twilo, nice covering. The stock closed at 60.77. I took a lot off at 59.09. I tried to short more. It didn't work. So it's in a range. It didn't rip like the other ones. Like actually, Apple is not ripping. Google is not ripping. Microsoft should. Well, Microsoft bounced because that's Oracle. I keep an eye on. Oracle has been the best of breed and been acting very well. It's still nicely above the the short term moving averages is nice. There was no surprise. You could have been. DLO has been a very active trader. GFI has been a very active trader. MBLY still going up at the buy. AUPH, what's going on here? Should I add to it? There was a nice add on the 50-day AUPH. I started buying it. I didn't load the boat. What else am I in? VFC, bought that low. I sold some on the high, got double upgrade the other day. Maybe it's a safe call retailer. TTD, I came and shorted. I didn't get stubborn. I covered it. Should have been down more. I actually shorted more and I said, this isn't going down. Got out of it all at 60.25, out 60.28. SIG came and shorted, said, nuh-uh. I bought that thing back right away at 72.75. Next time I looked up, it was 74.75. But you know what? They were decent little plays. You know, it doesn't mean they're down. So let's look at the main screen. Oh, we're looking at my main screen. Oh, we were looking at the charts. I apologize. SIG, Marvell, Twilo. Anybody any questions? Because I'm going off on a bit of a tangent. Okay, what's moving up? CF had the upgrade. Slob, Triller's acting well. How about that PXD on the takeover rumor? Right to the 200-day. What am I looking at? I have to, right? You know what? I have to put my charts over here. It makes it easier. Put my charts over here. PXD. Share. What's the share? I don't want to stop share. I want a new share. All right, here we go. Let's get down to business. Okay. Fizzler first day up. What am I looking at today? VIX went negative. Okay, so maybe there's not going to be a lot of reversals. The VIX, still kind of muted, actually somewhat near the year low again. So VIX is muted. I wouldn't be expecting a lot of reversals, even especially in the mega caps. Newmont Mining could have been somebody. Newmont Mining still going down. Where's the AU? AU still an animal. Good thing we covered that. I said that was the most crowded short on the board, as the other actually metals pull back to a degree. ON, ASO acting well, retail, coals, nothing first day up. They're taking up this GFAI. This GFAI is an AI stock. What is the other ones doing? SOUN, BBAI, BBAI, up again. So the only one that's down is AI. Uber, Disney actually is near the century mark. Could both A and B and B. Did it recover after a couple of downgrades? Yes, it did. Hold on a second. No, is that a first? That's something I want to buy off the 200 day. It's a different story. You know what I mean? It just has too many gaps for me. AMD hanging in there. Nevada hanging in there. Wolf not. JD. What's Baba doing after the 3-day run? Baba's coiling. Let's be honest. Wouldn't short it. JD. I would short it. Quite the opposite. Actually, that's the first day up. So listen, there's a lot of mixed things going on. A lot of mixed things. Netflix, Google, WPM Coin, GM. This is my universe. Airlines were taking some bull flow. Schwab was acting. Okay. That fooled people. No deal over Schwab on the weekend. It goes up. I get it. ON, still one of these stocks acting best. Everybody's on this one still. Still on ON. All right, let's get back to what's moving and what's important now. So it is only a Monday morning. Notifications. See that, coach? What a teammate. Already posting before it's posted to watch it. Gentlemen. All right, gold. Listen. All right, let's look at Teddy. What does Teddy think? Gold appears to be a failed breakout once again. The last two times it failed here, it trickled lower. I don't know, Ted. First of all, what I would do is right here. I'd go right here and see what coach thinks about gold. And I saw Lewis with a question. Coach, an hour, already 80 stream views. Very freaking impressive. Okay, I don't know, Ted, if this golden mirror is a gimme. I don't know. XBI. All right, let's go with the wise guys are doing, because everybody's got an opinion, right? I'll post this about the Goldman desk. The sporting goods stores, they're going into calls. Put selling there, selling puts in the Tesla. How long? March. Not interested. GDX bullish. Ted, take a look at this, Ted. GDX, they're pressing into June. GDX, they're pressing into June. Maro is bullish now. Qs are bullish. Zoom, they're selling puts. Can't do it. Lewis, that might be your interest in selling puts on Zoom. By the way, how about the sale on Noggin? By the way, sold 40,000 Noggin between 8 and 9, right? How about Noggin? And that was what, like 10 days ago. See myself, it's 40,000 times 6. Do the math. Quarter bone, I saved myself. Noggin. Remember I said? Now it's $1.75. And you know what? Next. But if that's the problem with these low floaters. I've been watching, you know what? This Noggin that made a move from 264 to 10, the move was probably 3 hours total. Now that stock won't move like that for 3 months. And that's why I hated waking up at 3. Well, actually, I wake up early anyway. But I'm the guy like this with the light on at freaking 4:10 a.m. Trying to sell noggin in case news comes out and it runs for an hour and it runs 300% and I miss it. I don't have orders out there. Then I'd have to be doing the same thing all over again. That's where the low floor is, man. It's like almost a subculture, man. Okay, I want to point out this next noggin. This stock is taking something, and it wasn't taking something for a while. EOSC, January sweeps added. EOSC, I did post it in the room. I don't think I missed it because they're going out long term here. But you got to get, I mean, this EOSC has it in it. It's been a trending stock, something you can put away. Calls have been going on for a while now. Even in the weekly, it has a move like this. And EOSC, you got to take this thing seriously. It's a $3 stock. I can trade it now as per my new rules as of 2020 thing, which I never implemented rules on myself, but yet I did, and I hold to them because if you don't follow rules, then there are no rules. You know what I mean? Without rules, it's chaos. So now it's over $3, so I can look at EOSC. So I'm interested. Being facetious to a degree, but listen, money's money, and I'm here to make money, not be right. EOSC taking volume flow. Let's look at the VIX. I see something here. VIX calls. Where are they going out to June? Oh my, 50 cent back? Is 50 back? How much is this? Only 300,000 worth of calls for June. The scary thing is, and I'm being straight up, is I could do that. So that doesn't really scare me away too much, but noted. Schwab. All right. That's why I noted Schwab calls this morning. AI bullish. What is this? Oh, that was the number coming out 11:30 the auction. LAC puts coach Nevada. So really AI, they're going into the same things. Marvell bullish calls. I noted that. Fear and greed index. You know what that tells me? Still stock picking. It's actually more bullish, to be honest with you, because the more people that are bearish and it doesn't happen, just like the previous post, that's bullish. I don't need to be throwing these numbers anymore. I guess where I should take my stance. Short term, I don't care. I'm stock picking. Medium term, I think there could be a rest by the mega caps. Long term, I'm not quite sure. I don't care. I'm not an economist. I leave that to the wise guys. Short term is my greatest acumen. Medium term, obviously, I'm aware. I'm not really micromanaging. I'm aware of the stocks like this going on right now, of mega caps. Apple, is it over? I don't really think so. I don't like the fact it's below the 8-day. That means short-term, profit taking. Meta gave it back a little. Amazon, Microsoft. All right, it's an animal. We all know it, but there's only so, and it did close with the volume. There's only so many times you can run to this safe stock. You know what I mean? Everybody's in the pool in this freaking thing. All right, what else? Golds. I don't know what GLD. GLD. I don't know. That's a 3-day down for me. I don't like the gap, but it's a 3-day down with no volume. 3rd-day down volume. I would like more volume to be out. You know what? I'm freaking dead serious. Cool. As I always am. I'm going to watch the coach's 9:30 video. Let me know what he thinks about gold. But you know what? What does price action tell me? WPM best of breed, big deal. A huge. Well, it has the most volume day in some time and finished near the low. So there's a little bit of distribution. I would like it to come back with a little bit of volume and a base, but don't tell that to AU. And by the way, I got out like a gentleman. What gentleman? Maybe I shouldn't have been in it to begin with. But once it didn't act the way it should have been, that was it. I did actually get out like near the low, if you will, of this 3-day move. 26. I think it was 26.10. I had 8,000 shares. See me in aggravation. What's AEM doing? Okay, coiling. What's P-Rod's Nugget doing? P-Rod, I'd like to be interested in what you hear with that. Am I going too long? I am. Oh, no. Actually, I started a bit later. All right, Baidu breaking low. Let's look at my screen here. CVS, not doing anything. Giving it all back. One day wonder. Roblox, Shopify. The guys were short Apple. They were early. They gave it to me at 160. I'm on the record. But the market had a little push into the end of the quarter. Maybe my guy didn't. Poor timing. Right church, wrong pew? Apple. Coach is going to be drawing lines all over this thing. Riot, coin. All right, it's back above the 50-day, the 200-day. Barely any range. Decent price action during the day. John Deere. Let's look at one of Coach's best calls of the year. John Deere, one of the best calls of the year. All right, so the stock has been down from 420 to 365, 377. That's a dead cat bounce to me. You know what I mean? It probably, listen, with this type of stock, you don't want to be wrong because 370, but the weekly is right there at the 50-day. Listen, probably would I want to do it? Probably. I would ask Coach. He's better at these things. Probably 385. I'd like it to go through three, to scare at the shorts and blow through the 200-day, and everybody say, "Oh, deer settled now," and it drops right then back down. That's what usually happens. All right, oils, ExxonMobil after the takeover. Let's look at PXD. APA was looking just afraid to fade fish for schnitzel because the last time it came up to this level with the pressure, it came back down. There's an oil deal on the table. I'm not really sure if I want to step in front of an oil deal, but that's my opinion on that. BZS, Roblox. Let's go back to the main screen. Lewis had it apart in a question. Hi, Mike, your opinion, technicals on Walmart and McDonald's. Okay. They seem overbought. Okay. On a time frame basis, maybe expand a little bit. I get what you're asking. I know what you mean, but for our viewers, questions, P-Rod, who has been riding McDonald's and Walmart successfully, at least McDonald's. So look, this is what I see when I look at a chart. And I don't proclaim to be the best technical analyst, but I've seen a lot of McDonald's is what I said. All right, first of all, I got to look at the rest of the sector. All right, McDonald's. Okay. That could be a rounding top. This is what I see. You don't want it to go below this previous year high it went through of 281. Let's call it the whole number of 280. They did take profits into it. And just like, they might have nibbled at the banks at the low. Maybe people took a little bit of profits at the end of the quarter. It was one of the biggest winners out there, if you. So I look at the volume, they took profits at the end of the quarter, but that was the end of the quarter, end of the month. So that volume there is irrelevant to me. It's almost like it's skewed. So the volume and the price action to me, because of the end of the quarter, isn't really that important. What I don't want it to go through is see that previous high right here. Like I said, 281.30, let's call it 280 for stop reasons. Let's look at the other sectors, and then I go start looking at the other sectors. Let's look at if Yum is one. Yum might be rolling over a little bit. Let's look at your previous CMG that was your better one, P-Rod or Percy. I like to call him Percy after P-Rod. Okay, probably doing the same thing that McDonald's may do. Break below that previous high here, right here, McDonald's, and then maybe go a little bit lower, pending upon what the rest of the group is. What's Eat doing? Yum, Eat, McDonald's. This Wingstop has been also the third best. So if this Wingstop started pulling in a little bit, then I'd be a little bit concerned because this one, I don't even know what it's been doing, but I'll look at Wingstop. So Wingstop probably came in a little bit. So, you know what I mean? I don't like the fact that, a lot of the other consumer, the consumer staple sector, if you would call it that, but the travel sector to a degree is acting bad. I don't know if McDonald's or the consumer, the Caesars hasn't been acting that well, or where are people spending money? General Motors. We can look at it, they're spending here. So, I understand that cheap eats do well in a recession, but, if they rotated out of this a little bit, I wouldn't be surprised. If, you draw the line, 275. To me, McDonald's look, it's clean, 280, 275. Then it gets below that 270. Maybe, I don't know what if it would be, listen, it would be market dynamics at that point, Percy. You know what I mean? But McDonald's, I would just like CMG when it went through that I wouldn't want it to go below 280. What was the other one? And by the way, opinions are welcome, please. I'm not saying I'm the judge and the jury on charts. I just look at them every day for the past quarter century. Walmart, all right. Well, okay. This is what Walmart tells me. There's been tremendous insider selling in Walmart, and it's been noted not because of the share, maybe the company has more shares because it's been more for their respective, for the Walton family more than usual. And they've been selling what you would say Lewis would know this, like the past month. So they've been selling at 145 around, and probably let's give or take 145 to 147. So they're selling billions of dollars worth of stock. Now, are the insiders normally right? No, they're actually they're usually early. So Walmart's been acting very well. Let's do the same thing as Walmart to McDonald's to the others, rather than the respective group as Walmart is the other. Target. Okay, Target, maybe Target's one day above the moving averages, scrolling up. I don't know. Look at BJ acting well. Costco actually spit the bit a little bit, but it's recovering. Well, I don't know. Walmart, I wouldn't put my ego aside. It's higher than it usually is on the RSI. This is the high as it goes for some time, but it has good news and a push up. Maybe it goes to 155. Then if it maybe goes to 155, maybe it pulls like a CMG or tops out maybe to agree like a McDonald's. But Walmart seems like it's news coming to move it higher or lower. You know what I mean? It looks better than it looks worse. You can't lie. You can't lie. Insiders are selling, but yet again, the chart. Okay, it's the same situation. The bears are bearish on fundamentals, i.e., selling, and maybe even the recession still in, and technicals tell you it's a go. It's a go. So once again, it's that battle, and until something breaks that battle, you can't fight the price action, right? I think I put that away. So many things going through my head, but I think I answered it correctly. P-Rod, what do you think? Tune in here. Everybody's available to AU as a horse. The SBSW minor taking huge. Oh, look at this is interesting. Sibabane Stillwater Limited ADS. When I see a minor with that many words after it, that means it rips. This is what I'm looking serious. So when I see this SW, a minor that's taking major calls into October, more SBSW. All right. So this thing's taking money. It has the move in it. Let's take a look at it. Take a look at it, Ollie. All right. So we'll take a look at it. So when I see that many letters, I love it, man. That means that thing's an ADR. It rips like NBO. You know what I mean? Or, all right. So let's take a look. Mara bearish. That was wrong. Good cover. AU. AU is a horse. Percy, any other questions? Because I got to get going. What's the market doing? Nothing. What's moving up? UNH, Lockheed Martin. They're going after what? Defense. Big deal. Where's my AUPH I scooped? Twilo going down in the rally. Twilo. Look at that. Twilo, the Qs are going up, aren't they? And Twilo is going down. Now look at Twilo. It's under all the moving averages. A real trader would be adding to the short and for a new break low. I'm not kidding. I have a little bit left, but I took the move. The freaking stock went up a lot. What's MU doing? What's our point on MU now? Does it even have any range for us to, is it playable? It isn't. You know what these moves are right here? Those are dips to sell to get longs out. Everybody's at sell stops. That's bullish. Boom. Those are sell stops hitting. And then they get out all the longs and they keep going up. And everybody's like, I knew it was going up, but they stopped me out. Tesla making a move up on the day. Interesting. AUPH. Mike V, how you doing? Day trading its best. Nibble the low on AUPH. All right, what else? What are the option guys doing? Because that's really what matters. What else do I have? VFC stinks. BWV stinks. Fast stinks. AUPH. Econ. RM. Gato Silver going higher. Gato Silver going higher. Gatos. The Gator. Look at the Gator. The Gator looks okay, coach. Silver. Gato Silver. It's got it in it. SLV. Outperforming the GLD. How about EXK? Friday and Thursday and Friday, EXK was taking a lot of option volume, but I'm not taking it here. Buying dips, and they were buying the right kinds of call on EXK Silver, the long calls. How about this MUX? MUX still going. What a little rat, huh? All right, so we'll leave it here with not my opinions. We'll leave it on the YPF bullish flow I just saw. Oh, look at the YPF right back. How am I supposed to hold that? How am I supposed to have conviction in YPF at 878 after it does that and goes back to 1248? Now am I going to buy this here? I know what's going to happen. But I can't put the egos. It's just that's a frustrating stock, this YPF. Noted. I think Joba likes this thing. YPF. You just got to listen. YPF, buy on dips. Damn. YPF. So call's still going there. Riot bullish, floor, IGT, Dick still. Well, that might be old. Riot, floor, IGT, Dix. No, it isn't. Tesla seeing some put selling. I told that before that was happening. GDX bullish. Why are these guys not doing it to me? Halliburton bullish. Boom, boom, boom. Any questions, P-Rod? Let's see what the rest of my Twitter feed is doing. I'll leave it off at that. DXY, there's the dollar chart. It's got way to go, coach. Dollar bullish. Dollar bullish. Oh, here we go. Dollar bullish. Let's think out loud here. All right, I'll leave it there, everyone. My Twitter feed. Now I'm actually thinking and wasting, not doing productive time. TGTX, by the way, remember this was TGTX, Marty? This was one of the hedge mine buys, top buys of the fourth quarter, the first quarter, and it should be. Remember this one? I made this one nicely. This TGTX is going in a freaking fund right after here. And I know I might have paid up a touch for it today. I don't think I'm going to worry about it tomorrow. Or you know what I mean. All right. So Tesla's all over the place. Bank of America Harnet's what he calls the dirty dozen. 12 charts that he say indicates a recession. So what I'll do is I'll post that to TGH afterwards because it's my job to indicate what a Bank of America's lead analyst says. What do we have now? How to piss off the shorts? Ask Nevada. And he's right. Where's Nevada? Nevada had its chance. All right, I'll leave it there, guys. Any other questions? Percy, thank you for communicating. G Money or Gerard, let me know. Option flow and Marvell. There's my screen. I'll leave it there, guys. Okay. Listen, it's only Monday afternoon. It was a short week last week, so don't try to make it all up, in one day. We're always here, always to give you opinions about financial instruments. Try not to TradeGATEHub at TradeView Markets.